season, and this will be one of them for both of these squads in this top 5 showdown. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Coach Marcus Freeman told me before the game, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And here's the name everyone recognizes, Bo Jackson. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. The run inside. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. And that ball's free behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Takes it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. From the gun on 3rd down, say it. Looking left. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He's got great speed. Smashes ahead. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays. And then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running inside. It's Danzy. Down he goes.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Now here's Carr. It's complete on the right side. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Here's Carr to throw. Looking for the score. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? Put a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. You're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. Needs it. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, 1st down here. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Handoff again. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up and they look to add to it on this drive. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Finds his man. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right, and if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. In the red area, it's Williams. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Carr above the noise. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Looking for the marker. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. They'll try to get it in with the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a 1st down. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it 1 more yard to get it in. Slams it ahead, and he breaks the play. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get...
Oh, it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Rush right in his face. They get to him, and down he goes. And that's the danger of trying to take a shot on second and short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Say it. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Throwing, Carr. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Finds his big tight end. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. C.J. Carr firing again. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Long way to go on second down. Carr. Out wide right, it's Flanagan. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Defense.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. 1 more snap coming before halftime. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with Minnesota taking on the number 13 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Gophers with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. They now move to 9-0 on the season, one of the best starts in the history of the program. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing. Now back over to your game in Columbus. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out they're inside the horseshoe.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Young. He smashes his way through again. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Fighting Irish head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. He said his reminder to his team in the locker room is we are a team in playoff contention, but we have to take care of business now. Even though it's a blowout, even though they've got a big lead, they cannot be satisfied. He said we have to prove we're the kind of team that can close out games when we've got the lead. See if they can do it here to start the third.
Holly, thank you. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Fights off a defender. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Zayn throws to the tight end. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. This time on target.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Hits inside. It's Mobley. Gets away from one. He's got space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. A lot of urgency for this offense. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Here's Carr to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Again, it's Carr. Right side, it's Flanagan. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
What a fantastic individual effort by the big fella there. That was a relatively short throw, but he shows you the athleticism and what he can do with the football once he has it in his hands. He looked like a running back out there, making guys miss. Really good vision, nice speed as well. The coaches are loving that.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think the quarterback just needs to settle down and take his time. Be confident knowing you can step into these throws. When you step into it, it'll help your accuracy. That throw, throwing it off his back foot, led to the incompletion.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Notre Dame! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed. But they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Throwing St. Clair. Off the bench, arm loose, but the first one is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Quarterback will keep it. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, this defense is eyeing the scoreboard. You know they're looking up there. They want to keep this goose egg intact. They've been so good all game long. Still playing with phenomenal effort here in the 4th quarter, creating that fumble and takeaway.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Tavian St. Clair can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. St. Clair from the gun on third down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the fourth quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Fighting Irish sideline, with this big lead, guys, we are seeing the coaches start to reward some of the backups. That backup running back is in now, and he has earned it. Coach told me before the game, all these guys have performed well in practice. They are earning their time, and now with the big lead, he is going to reward all those players who are working so hard. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Throwing, Carr. Makes a catch. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul.
You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. A first down for the offense.
Here we go. Ready. 180.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, it's Coleman Williams. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Might as well run him again. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. They'll try to add another to their lead. How in the world did he miss that? Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Quick give. It's Cross. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out wide left, it's Parker. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Irish use their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. From the gun on third down, St. Clair. And he gets rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put
all the facets of defense together, run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Makes the grab. Notre Dame right back to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated